Hello again. Taking forward, this is Ajay Sharma again, and taking forward the relationship issues. In fact, I was talking to a young man yesterday, and he said, "What is this? This oldies keep on talking about हमारे time में ऐसा होता था. This is what used to happen in our times, and we used to be so happy, so satisfied. Man, times have changed. Don't expect us to live life the way you lived." And you know what? When he was talking to me, remember the last time I told you that one of the ways and means and clear, really speaking, actions through which you can maintain relationships is not to act or respond on impulse. So I followed that practice. So when that young man made that statement, I quietly listened to him, but later on thought about it, and guess what? I agree with him. The generation that's living today, the circumstances have changed. To compare with 80s or 90s or even 15 years back, our upbringing, our situation, our circumstances, our income, our habits, I think that's being very unfair to the current generation. They have their own challenges, and they need to deal with those challenges in the current context, not in the context in which we lived our lives. They cannot do away with social media. They cannot do away with the fact that they have certain expectations. Maybe they are more ambitious. The challenges that they face are very different from the challenges that we face, because the life was more simple at that time. Life is more different, and that's what that difference has made it a little bit more difficult for whether it's teenagers or whether it's young couples, whether it's middle-aged couple, the life is more difficult for them than it used to be for us. And acceptance of that reality for the elders is very important, because when the elders accept this reality, it will take away so many parent and child, and here I'm talking of older parents and older child, so many relationship gaps which come in. It will take away that resentment that older generation has for the current generation. That will take away that resentment away. Acceptance is not a one-way traffic. Understanding is not a one-way traffic. Just because one is old in age does not give that person a privilege, a right to, really speaking, ignore the realities that the generation X or Alpha or Y, whatever you call it, faces. They have different set of situations, circumstances. So the acceptance of the older generation on the parental side of the realities that the current generation faces is very important. The patience that we expect from the younger generation is required equally by the older side, that is the parents. So if they miss a call, don't take it to your heart. Simply message them, asking for their welfare. That should do. Just like in the other video I said, hey, you know what? Always take a family member's call. Whatever the situation, whatever the circumstance. Well, right at the top of the family tree is the older generation, the parent. So if the child calls, the parent should also always take that call. Because at that moment, the child may be free to talk, even if it's an adult child, even if it's a child in 30s, 40s. Take that call, because at that time that your child has time to talk. You may be having more time than your child. Take that call. Never miss that call. So acceptance from the older generation of the realities that the current generation faces, in my opinion, is as important as it is to expect for current generation to adjust with the expectations of the parents. What is the parents' main giveaway to their child? In one word, wisdom. So wherever you see child losing direction, you feel is going into harm's way, you feel is disturbed, you feel is making a mess of their relationships, it is at that time you should very quietly let your life's learnings go in, share your experience in a very subtle, very subtle manner, and give the direction. Not instruct, give the direction, put in that quiet word which can help them in resolving their life conflicts, resolving their relationship conflicts, getting them at peace with themselves. So, in the relationship situation that we are talking about, in the mess that we are talking about, a lot of mess can also be resolved if the older generation has less expectations from their kids. Another video will talk more about detachment and its importance in maintaining relationships. Thank you very much. In case you have still not visited, do visit relationshipmess.com, put in any query on any situation, relationship situation, irrespective of type of relationship that you have, and while not promising when or if it will be answered, but one of our experts will try to respond back to it ASAP. Rest assured about the confidentiality and the anonymity of the person who is asking the question. That's you. Thank you very much and have a nice day.